Hello and welcome to Let Me Be Your Game Guide, and this is a seance episode. These episodes feature games of the horror genre, so grab your salt and holy water as we voluntarily scare ourselves this week. I'm your host, Emma.
This is Rylan.
And this is Shawn.
Join us for this week's discussion episode as we commune with the beyond and enter the gaming spirit world. For the remainder of this episode, let me be your game guide. I have to try so hard to not, I know you guys are going to make noises. I know you guys are going to make little ghosty noises.
Yeah.
And I have to try so hard to, I'm like, just keep reading.
Keep
reading. Because I want to laugh.
That was more tame than the first one, though.
I'm really trying to, my brain's working hard. I'm trying to think of what else I can do to mix up the spookiness without being too distracting.
Oh, man.
Because what's spooky? Pounding on doors and stuff, you know?
Yeah, at 11
that would be,
at my house.
Yeah.
Geez,
but if I'm just can you hear that? That sounds...
If Hayden is somewhere, he's probably freaked out that someone is knocking
no.
on our door.
Hayden, I'm sorry. Well, I'm just thinking, would that come across well, for the next seance episode we do?
Well, we'll find out, because I'll leave that in this episode.
Could you also do a knock, knock, knock?
Maybe.
Like a knock, knock, knock.
Just any social...
Well, just a rasp on the wooden door,
maybe with its
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Oh,
okay.
Spooky.
Yeah, I'm terrified. Well, welcome to the podcast, everyone.
Welcome.
Or welcome back if you listened to last week's episode. This is a part 2 for Bramble, the Mountain King. Before we get into things, don't forget to give the podcast a follow, rate it, review it, however you want to show us love. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/letmebeyourgg, where you can view episodes early as they post sometime on Sunday, a couple days before the episodes post everywhere else. And if you join our dollar tier, you get access to the Press Start series, which is me playing the first hour of whatever game we're about to play. That'll post on the Patreon this Saturday right before the rating episode posts. And if you join for free, you get those episodes early. So you can also find us on most socials as Let Me Be Your GG with no spaces. That's LetMeBeyourGG. And we're on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Follow us on Twitch. Turn on notifications. Every other Thursday, we go live and we react to a video game trailer. And that video game trailer is always the game that we're going to play next. So if you're curious what's coming up, tune into those. It's really fun. It's about 15 minutes. You can just jump on. Just say hi or don't. Just watch.
Yeah.
You can find us on TikTok as Let Me Be Your Game Guide with no spaces. You can also email us at letmebeyourgg@gmail.com. This is the best way to send in game requests. Just make sure to include game request in the subject line so it's easy for us to find. And so we've been doing this podcast for a year. We do this every time now. And we were rating, this time last year, we were rating a game. Can you guys think? I do have a clue for you, but I'll let you think for a second.
Okay, so after Emma, it was me. What was it? This would have been in the beginning of February, maybe?
A ranger.
It was not you.
It was not me.
Oh. Was it me?
It was you.
It was Shawn? Oh, yeah, because I always went after Shawn.
Yeah.
Duh.
Oh, yeah.
We mixed it up.
I finally got the order after a year and a half. I finally figured it out.
And we changed it?
Yeah. I had to ask you 4 times.
Okay.
What is it again? Okay. What was the last game that we had played? Oh, Reigns was the last
After Reigns,
one.
we played.
It's a Shawn pick. I mentioned it during our last episode.
Oh, the Plucky Squire.
Yeah!
Oh, that was your pick?
That was my pick,
Oh,
yeah.
For some reason I thought it was Emma's pick. Maybe
It's because I rated it so high. Listen to our New Year's episode. I didn't rate it as high as I did on the episode.
Yeah.
So we
the Plucky Squire.
We were rating the Plucky Squire. So check that episode out. Check the game out. It was the beginning of 2025, and I think I was on drugs or something because I was like, this game's awesome! Which is not bad, but
No.
yeah, I went crazy high. It was wild.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, wasn't it 4.8 or
Yep.
something?
Hey, I cried during Tiny Terry's Turbo Trip, so sometimes the games just hit different, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it must have just been the timing. But we're talking about Bramble the Mountain King today.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
We rated it last week, and so real quick, do you guys want to fire off what your final ratings for this game
3.9.
3.5.
3.8.
All right.
Yeah, so we're kind of sitting in the same
Yeah.
area, and we did really enjoy this game. I think it
It was fun.
weird vibes for the most part.
Yes.
Like it's dark, it's weird,
It's really choppy. That was my thing. It's like, I don't really know what the heck's happening half the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were
It's okay.
really
'Cause if you don't know, it'll be something different in a couple minutes.
It will. Yeah.
But this game starts out in Olle and Lillemore's room, which are our two main characters. Really, it's just Olle because that's who you play as.
Do we want to do the culture warning? No, the content warnings again?
Oh, yeah.
Because we're going to actually get into it this time, so I don't know.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I think we'll do our best to remember to give a little trigger warning before we talk about things, but I think Rylan will list the content warnings that are at the beginning of the game, and if this sounds like things that might be triggering to you, I maybe would skip this episode. You can listen to our rating episode, though, because we don't really talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
This game contains explicit violence and excessive blood and gore. It also references topics such as suicide, infanticide, murder, harm to minors, psychological trauma, and harm to animals.
So listen with care.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes you get those content warnings and then you play the game and you're like, it wasn't that bad. This is, I think, an accurate description of what you're going to experience.
Yeah.
You may experience it in a different way. We might all experience it differently, but I think that's all of those things are
Present.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but anyways, so you play as Olle, and you share a room with your sister Lillemore, and the game opens up and it's at night. You guys are sleeping, but Lillemore has crept out the window.
Yeah, she's gone.
What?
Yeah, you wake up and she's gone. And you have a little time to explore your room. There's some little figurines. You can see that your height is measured on the wall.
Yes, you know that Ole is 8 and Lillemore is 11. She's pretty young to be sneaking out, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't even know what she was thinking. I mean, she's just going out into the woods. She's not meeting anyone. She's just going.
Well, that's not what I meant.
Oh, well.
I mean, or her friends or whatever. I don't know,
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but I don't think I was thinking about doing anything like that at 11.
I was just thinking, there's no parents. Is it just them in the shack?
It's a good question. They're raised by the shack.
Yeah.
No, they have.
Oh, Mr. Shack.
They've got to have parents.
Do you have folklore about Papa Shack in your book?
No. Oh, I guess that's a good time to bring this up. So, for this game, we started playing it, and I was just so interested in the folklore, and I bought a book. It's illustrated by John Bauer, and he is a very popular, I guess, artist. And he did a lot of art for Swedish fairy tales and Swedish folklore. And so it's funny because
It's gorgeous.
I bought the book because I was just doing research on Swedish folklore in general, and he kept popping up. And so I bought this book. It has beautiful illustrations. All of the stories their authors are included in the story. So they're different authors for each little story. But I am going to bring up at least one of these stories just because the main character's name is Olle. And I just ended up not realizing that his illustrations are also present in this game.
Yeah.
So I hadn't noticed it, but at the very beginning in their room, there is one of his illustrations. It's not in the book that I have. It's called An Illustrated Treasury of Swedish Folk and Fairy Tales, which I'll link in the show notes if you guys are interested in buying it.
Pretty fun to flip through.
Yeah, and I might maybe in our Instagram I might post some pictures that are in there. But yeah, so I'll reference that maybe a couple times while we're talking.
Cool.
Yeah, but Olle ends up leaving, following his sister into the woods.
Yeah, trying to find her.
Yeah, and do one of you want to take it away? And do you remember kind of? I mean, I think the first thing that you run into are the little.
I think it is the first thing that
gnomes.
you run into are the gnomes. I was trying to think if it was the pinecone people or the gnomes, but
Well, I'm trying to remember because you leave and it's dark.
Yes,
But the gnomes
Yeah.
are in the light, right?
oh I think she actually gets kidnapped before you meet the gnomes.
She does, yes.
You
Okay,
go
so,
up to the mountain or some crap.
yeah.
The end of the game.
Yeah. So, yeah. So I think you go up there. I forget the beginning though. You go up there and then you finally find your sister. She's like on top of this rock and you're standing below. And then all of a sudden behind your sister pops up this giant troll, like grayish wolfy troll, and grabs her and puts her in a bag. And then he starts chasing after you down this kind of canal. And then is that the right part?
There's all the stuff that happens before that.
There is some stuff that happened before.
Y'all spill it then, because I'm a little lost.
No, that's okay.
I forget that first part.
Well, it was just so you kind of go through the forest. You do run into little pine cone people, but they're not actual people. They're just pine cones that are set up. Like there's like little pine cone people set, like they're just pine cones. But they're set up like little people, like doing things.
Isn't this where you found the bench and someone ate the apples there and there's like a...
Yeah, that's going to all happen before what you're talking about. Yeah. And
okay, it's coming back.
I remember Kate Blanchett was like, and Ole wondered where his sister went.
Mm-hmm.
He wished he could ask the pine cones.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, that is so random.
Yeah.
But like very valid for an 8-year-old.
Yeah, for sure.
And so you end up traversing all the way up to this like giant, it's like a pedestal almost, like a big, you climb up the rocks into a big circular,
it's like Weathertop from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. And she's there, and on your way you find this little ball of light. And you guys kind of fuck around with it and throw it at things up there.
It's like you learn how to throw and stuff.
Yeah. And I think that little light is supposed to represent your courage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
that
what
makes sense.
That's just a guess, though.
Huh. Okay.
I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah, it could be. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you guys, like, jump down. You, like, slide out. You jump out, not a window, but it's like a little door with a hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for a bit, like, you and Ole and Lillimore have, like, kind of a nice little adventure through the forest where you meet, like, these gnomes who are, like, bare butt babies with big old gnome hats.
They're so cute.
Yeah.
And I do have some folklore on them.
Oh, yeah.
So
Please
they're actually called tomtes.
Tomte.
It's tomte. So it's Tomte.
Tomte.
Let me just pull that up real quick. Oh, on my phone.
Sure. Yeah, those gnomes were pretty cute.
Which immediately I was like, this is bad.
Yeah, as soon as I saw them, I'm like, oh, they're fucked.
Yeah. I know how dark this game is, and you're giving me a cute little baby.
Yeah.
Not good. But tomtes are kind of, they represent almost like the spirit of the forest. They're very well known for those red hats in almost all of the stories. They have those red hats. They're about 3 feet tall with white beards, but of course we're interacting with these little babies.
Yeah.
So they're babies, but they're the guardians of the homestead. I'm sorry, not the forest.
Okay.
But they're known to, like, during the night watch over livestock and like farms and stuff.
Huh.
They're heavily associated with winter solstice, which we just had last month.
Yeah.
But they kind of symbolized the holiday season. That's why we see those little, you see a lot of those little gnome ornaments and, like, in the Christmas decorations.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But they embody the spirit of generosity, goodwill, and the magic of winter. And it was believed that they would visit farmsteads during the darkest time of the year, which is winter solstice, and bring gifts and blessings to those who respected them.
Oh, they're like little Santas.
A little bit, yeah.
That's cool.
So, and I will link in the show notes the resources that I'm reading off of and kind of where I'm pulling this information.
That's sweet.
Just a fun fact, they love porridge and milk. They are also very respectful of nature. I've already said they love to be the, like, protectors of livestock. And they symbolize resilience. So that's just a little bit about tomte and the little tomtes that we're interacting with. You'll kind of notice that they do have, like, a little little cow, I think, or they had
Oh, it's
They
a
had a
hedgehog.
hedgehog.
that's what it was, not a cow. Yeah,
Yeah.
they had a little
Had
hedgehog.
a hedgehog, yeah, and
That
they
was
had
a
a little
big hedgehog.
Yeah.
Yeah, and didn't they have like? I think this was later than I'm thinking of.
They had like little Cabbage Patch Kids too.
Well, because they had like a little cabin and stuff, right? But I think that was after the kidnapping occurred because you jump in the water, you go down, and then I think you land
Oh yeah.
over there.
Yeah. But that's all I've got on those little guys. But you're right. Yeah,
Cute.
you kind of go through and meet them, but
Yeah, I think you definitely see their homestead and their little like cottage, and they have their hamster. This is after your sister has been kidnapped and you jump away. You jump into the river, I think. Right? Am I right?
No, just you said hamster, which is so funny to me.
I mean, you know what I mean.
I know what you meant, but it was just funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
yeah.
It's okay.
But eventually, once you traverse through the forest a little bit more, a very gnarly looking troll shows up.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize this, but reading in the book that I bought, it's like really common for trolls to have tails. And this guy, he did have a tail.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was maybe just like a stylistic choice. But
Yeah.
in a lot of the stories, they talk about their tails and stuff like that. So that was, I know in the trolls that we talk about, like in American, like not history,
Culture. Yeah.
they don't have tails, but but he's gnarly and gross, and he picks up your sister, throws her into a sack, and clomps off.
Mm-hmm.
And he's really scary.
Yeah.
Well, then he comes for you.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
like you were saying, Shawn, like you have to like bail into the river.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Yeah. And now you don't know where your sister is because he's taken her.
Yeah.
And so you actually get rescued by the giant frog.
Yeah.
One of the things that you're doing with Lillimore when you're gallivanting about through the nice forest is you like
you meet this giant
meet
frog.
a huge frog.
It's
and
the Frog King.
It's the Frog
it's the Frog
King.
King. Well, but then like Ole like taps him on the nose
Uh-huh.
and now they're friends. But like, I feel like if a little creature came and like wanted to tap you on the nose, you'd be like, no.
Yeah. I'm the king,
Think about
bro.
like a spider or a mouse came up to your face.
Ask me for consent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry. That's my aside on that. Like that would freak me out if a little guy came up and was like, "Let me get your face." I'd be like, "Get away from my face."
Yeah.
Well, when I was playing, I was like, the frog's bad. Like, this is an evil frog. I'm going to die.
Nah,
Yeah.
nice frog.
Yeah, but he was
Yeah.
a nice frog, so.
Yeah. The only thing is he spits you out of his mouth
Yeah.
with like the long tongue. And it's like, man, you probably smell like
Ugh.
not good things right now.
Probably. Yeah, but you do get like the aftermath of the trolls being in the gnome's home.
Yep.
Like things have been crushed and
Yeah.
like
Yeah, you're trying to save some of the gnomes and things, and then you like find this one shelter. This is the one thing that I remember is that there's one shelter, and you're like escorting these couple gnomes over to the house, and then you like walk them down the hill, and they're walking to their house. And
they're
you
like
see
giggling and
them.
running.
Yeah, they're having the best time, and then this giant troll shows up and just smushes the entire house, and you hide behind a rock, and you're like, oh, you just start crying because you're like, I can't believe
Yeah.
I just led them to their death. Like,
yeah.
That was a funny part.
Yeah, Rylan, you thought this game was hilarious.
This part was funny to me. I'm like, oh my god! Now, like, I don't know. It was
Yeah.
very funny.
It was ironic. You were trying to save all these little guys and they just
Well, because right before that, like you're walking with them and like they can get caught up in the bear traps and stuff too.
Yeah.
That's
Also,
what happened to
very
me.
funny.
That's what happened to me. They were all following me, and then a couple of them just walked into the bear traps, and they just.
Oh.
And I was like, that maybe was my fault.
Oh my
I don't
God,
know.
it's so funny.
Yeah, but yeah, this whole it's hard. The chapters, they don't really tell you when you're leaving or entering a new chapter, but this whole section is very troll heavy.
Yeah.
Each section of this game, you have like a main theme or like a main bad guy, and I would say in this section it's the trolls.
Yeah.
You do end up getting kind of I guess your first big boss is like the troll that's cooking stew.
Oh, that part.
Was he cooking? It looked like he was just butchering.
Maybe that's true. Maybe
Yeah.
he was just butchering, but he was in the kitchen.
He was
in
in
the troll kitchen.
That was a little farther along, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just a lot of time spent sneaking away.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
like nighttime now, and they're using the light to try to find you, so you gotta avoid the light. and-
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Which was a little bit of a challenge sometimes, because there was like a part where they were like shining a light through like a doorway, and you had to like figure out how to get around that and then around the door, and like that was a challenge.
Yeah.
So you really had to know which path you wanted to take and just commit. So yeah.
But he tries to cut you with a knife and like a fork, and he's like stabbing you, and you just have to avoid it.
Yeah.
But
he smashes enough of the table in this room. It's like super grotesque. Like there's just like
gore
everywhere.
Yeah.
There's pieces of things and stuff everywhere. And so he's going through this battle with you, and you just keep throwing stuff into his eyes until eventually he just stops. He gets blinded, and then he smashes. There's some cages on the table, and he smashes them away so you can continue to run.
And actually, this whole room was like pretty nasty because you hear him like you hear the noise of him butchering stuff, and there's all this like meat, and like some of it's moldy in the room, and you're like,
well, in some parts you have to walk through it, so you're like,
and you get covered in blood, you're all red.
But you also like hear like him like breathing and grunting as he's doing it, but you don't get to see him. Like you kind of see like his back for a minute.
Yeah.
And then as you're going through the room, you like, I don't know, it's
almost like it gets closer and closer, and then, and then you have the boss battle, and then you run away for a little bit. He catches you in a cage, puts you in the top shelf, and then you escape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I will say at one point during this game, at like 2 or 3 points during this game, I don't know if you go to sleep or if you pass out, but you have this like weird dream sequence where you go back to where you started.
To Weathertop.
To Weathertop. And you see your sister, and I thought that these scenes were unnecessary.
Well, it seems like it's like the sort of thing where it's like, we talked about this in the last episode, but it's like the plot wasn't very clear. It was like very disjointed. This was like almost them attempting to make it more together, but I didn't get it.
It felt like it broke it down even more for me. Like it was very bizarre.
Yeah, I really wish they wouldn't do these segmented sections, because it makes it really confusing to continue a story or follow a story, because it's like you follow it for 20 minutes, then we're going to something else. We're following it for a half hour, now we're in a different area. Like in Flash, you're here, and it's like, what the heck is happening? It was really hard for me to track a little bit. So
yeah, it just seemed unnecessary to me, but that just one little thing that I was like, I could have lived without that. But
because
I just don't want to run up that stupid hill again.
Well, and like Brothers, they were able to transition it through different areas and different spaces, and it was fine. But this was just a little, it was okay, but it was different in this because it was very sudden changes compared to like a gradual transition to a new space.
Yeah,
so. That's true. Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, I think having the different spaces was good because it prevented it from getting old.
Yeah,
but I do agree. Like sometimes it would literally be just like you kind of have like an awkward transition, like the dream sequence, like you talked about, Emma, and then you wake up and you're like kind of somewhere else completely.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. Well, I think the real like final boss of this area is the Nakin. I think that's how
in
you
the
say it.
lake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
our little fiddler boy.
Yeah, the music guy. Yeah. So after you get out of here and you escape from the kitchen, I forget exactly how you landed in the lilies.
Well,
right?
I probably skipped a bunch of stuff. I'm trying to.
It's hard.
You have a little bit because basically the troll does catch you, and right before it like eats you, it turns to stone because the sun comes up.
Oh yeah,
which is like big troll lore stuff too.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So you escape that, and then you actually have like a tiny bit more of a nice time in the forest. That's when the big song is playing, and I think actually this is where it turned around for me, is when you get to ride the hedgehog.
Oh my god,
that was
over the water.
Through the water.
And it's funny because when I started doing that, I was like, oh man, this is just like Brothers, where they're like, now you have to ride the goat.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
but just like Brothers, that part was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then once you get to then that's how you probably got to the other side of the lake. Then, is you rode him, and then
and you start experiencing the song, and you start like dancing
kind of
uncontrollably.
Like, yes, and this is a huge part of the lore.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
We'll talk about the Nakin real quick, and I would say everywhere I was reading, this is not only a Scandinavian fairy tale and folklore story. It's pretty prevalent in like England. I think Germany had its own version of this, but the Scandinavian version, I think it's pronounced Nakin. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. I didn't look it up. We're just doing our best. But it's a water spirit who plays enchanted songs on the violin, trying to lure women and children to him. And yeah, you do get that. If you hear the music, you start to like uncontrollably dance. But there are some stories where men as well get hypnotized by the song. There's also stories that exist where he agrees to teach musicians to play the same way that he does. But the fiddler who learns to play like that, they also become enthralled by their own music and they can't stop playing.
Oh, shoot. So instead of dancing, you're just playing the entire time.
Yeah, and so the only way to break the spell is to destroy the violin by cutting its strings and smashing it.
Huh.
Oh.
Yeah, so...
that's interesting because the story that they tell about him is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember the story at all.
They talked about, there was a book that you could read about him.
Yes.
And they talked about how he used to get bullied all the time. And there was only one person that was nice to him, and it was this girl. And so he was like starting to fall in love with this girl, blah, blah, blah. And then he gets beat so bad from these bullies that he starts playing. But he makes everyone start dancing uncontrollably, and they can't stop. And it also affects the love of his life, and she passes away too. They all die. Yeah, they all die. And so now he's just continuing to play because he can't stop now.
Yeah. And the water lilies are also very prevalent in these fairy tales and in the folklore. So the fact that you're hopping along on the lily pads, it is representing a big part of that story. He's always known to have those around him.
Sure.
Let me just skim through this real quick. I think we're almost to the end.
I'll complete the section while you do that.
Oh yeah, please.
So you first see him, and he's in the water, and he like pops his head up, and and then he like goes back down.
Oh, it's so creepy.
Well,
it's so scary.
And first, I forgot about this part. As you're like going onto the island, you see him in the background start like going into the water.
Yeah, he like sees you, and he like slowly gets in the water.
That creeped me out.
Yeah.
It was bad. I was like,
Oh yeah. So then you get onto the island, you're walking around a little bit, and then he starts bopping up. And the big thing for him through this big section is that you're trying to dodge his violin waves because he's blasting these waves of energy. And if you get hit by him, you're toast. So you have to
like ragdoll fly away.
yeah, it's so bad. So yeah, you have to just make sure that you continually hide behind stuff, which sometimes can be difficult because there's also like moving objects towards the end and that kind of thing. So you have to be careful about how you're doing it. But essentially, you're just trying to get around the lake to escape, and eventually you do back into the forest.
Yeah.
Well, sorry.
I don't have anything else on him, so you guys can keep going.
Yeah. This is the Nakin. That's his name?
The Nakin.
The Nakin.
Or in English, neck.
Okay. Wait, is that...
You necking, bro?
Wait.
That's how it translates into English.
Really?
Neck.
Really?
Yeah.
So
that's what I read online.
I think it's
weird.
N-A-C-K. So yeah, knack.
But it translates to N-E-C-K.
Yeah.
Okay.
Knack.
Weird. Anyways, the Nakin, this guy, he was hilarious.
What?
One of the funniest guys in the game.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Your interpretation of this game is so different.
There was
to
a part where he was like on his chest, like crawling at you.
Yeah. At
it
the
was
end.
so funny. But
I'm
then
scared.
At the actual end, you like go in the river and you have to like, and it's a really fast moving rapids. You have to like dodge the logs and crap in the river so you don't die or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're going towards this huge waterfall. And at the very end, you go over the waterfall, and then he also is right behind you. And midair, he like grabs you, and he's got this big old stupid grin on his face.
Yeah.
And then he just falls down with you, and it's so funny.
It was very like Gollum with the one ring.
Yes,
yes, for sure.
That part, I was dying.
Yeah.
This was so funny to me.
Yeah. Oh, and I think we've skipped Lamus.
Oh, Lamus.
Yeah.
Another guy who has no friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this, I'll post a picture from the book, but there was a specific drawing that the developers noted as being inspiration for this character. So check our Instagram for that. But yeah, he's just kind of like a golem.
With
almost.
no legs?
No legs.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know if he's a stone golem.
Yeah.
Or...
His whole thing is like he wants you to get on his hand and then he'll take you to a different spot with his arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He always helps his friends.
So silly.
Yeah.
Hey, he saved your butt a few times though. You gotta appreciate that.
I guess
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. You wouldn't be alive without him.
Yeah.
I died plenty. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will not accept any lamest hate.
No lamest hate.
No lamest hate. But yeah, after that we get to go to the swamp.
Yeah.
Do you run into that little clean princess right after that?
Tuva. Yeah,
thank
you
you.
do meet Tuva.
Yeah.
And I'm really disappointed because actually the reason I bought this book is because I was trying to figure out who Tuva was.
Oh.
And every time I Googled Tuva, John Bauer's books would pop up. And I couldn't figure out which story she was in, so I bought this one. And she's in the other one.
Oh no.
But
That's how they get you. You got to buy both.
there's a character named Tuva Star. And I was curious if it was the same, like, or a similar story. But there's also a lot of illustrations in here that look very similar to the character Tuva.
Very
just
much
like a young, fair, like elven looking princess with like, I don't know, long blonde hair. And she's just like glowing almost. Like she's just radiating this energy and this light. And she gives Olle more of his little like light ball. Tells him to follow the light. And this is after he kind of is out of the water. He comes out of the water from falling off the waterfall.
And Tuva was really random because I was
very
like,
random. That's why I was so interested, because I was like, who is this? Like, is this it's got to be something that anyone in Sweden or looks at it and they're like, oh, it's her.
Yeah.
Well, it felt like the sort of thing where it's like, oh, I feel like this is going to be like somebody that betrays him, like actually she's a dark character or something, you know?
Yeah.
But that wasn't the case. Spoiler alert. It's just like,
she came through.
Tuva was goodness.
Yeah.
And it was very random.
Yeah. You never see her again?
Nope. That was it. One time.
You talk about her a lot, though, because you do end up following a light.
Yep.
And but you have to make it through the swamp first, which is really
funny.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, let's talk about all the funny things, like the ladies sacrificing themselves to the witch.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah, there's like nooses everywhere. There's ladies hanging everywhere.
Wasn't that on the way to the village? That was after the swamp, right?
I guess I'm kind of like associating them all the same, because the swamp, I mean, what happens in the swamp?
You first come across the like scarecrow in quotations at
Right,
the swamp.
the human scarecrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's right at the beginning.
And then you like go into the house.
Yeah, and then there's like a lot of puzzles and stuff, right? There's the door puzzle and stuff that you're
with
trying
the
to figure out.
the witch's brew. You have to kind of like pick the right items to get the door to open.
Yeah.
And then you're escaping the little plague zombies.
Nope.
No?
That's after.
That's
then
after.
What I must have blacked out what happened in between
so
now and then.
At the swamp, it's basically a swamp, and there's a big like structure in the middle, like this like swamp house out there in the water.
And there's a lady in there.
And there is a lady in there, yeah. And so she's also the scarecrow. Because as you arrive, there's like a quick cutscene of like showing the scarecrow, which is like has like a
pig on her face.
A pig?
Oh, that's a skull.
Yeah.
Like a cattle skull.
Yeah.
It looks like a pig.
Okay. I was going to say like a cow skull, but we'll say it's a pig skull. I don't know.
It's probably a cow. It's
whatever you
but
guys
it like,
want to say.
but it like,
it's a cow skull.
It like has a cutscene and it shows you like, oh, that's actually a person in there. And she's like, she looks crazy. It's actually really scary and cool looking. But you're like, okay. And you just keep moving.
Okay.
And so you move on and you go to the building. And you know, you do a couple things there, but basically you get inside and you read this book that's like all devilly 666,
Yeah.
Beelzebub, that kind of crap.
And even the narrator says it in like a different way, like a different
evil.
tone. Yeah, evil and like high pitched and like
it's very heavy metal. And basically the book at this point is talking about like sacrificing to gain power. And it basically implies like, sacrifice a baby, get a superpower. And then you go upstairs to this trap door and you see this like woman with a baby, and she sees you and she like runs out of the room. You don't remember this?
No, I remember this.
Okay.
This is I blacked this out because it's awful.
I'm really paraphrasing it here, but so you go up there and Ole's like, oh my God, like gotta save the baby. He's like trying to get through the door, but he can't. Yeah. And I'm thinking like, I don't know. I feel like this kid is really
he's taking on a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, he really is. So anyways, so you got there, and I guess she's not anywhere to be found. I guess she's like 4 steps ahead of you or some crap. You do some platforming through the swamp, and you get to this lake, and there's like kind of a little mini boss battle.
Yes, and this is where you fight the lady on the cross.
Yeah,
right?
She's like back on her in her scarecrow outfit.
Yeah.
And she's popping out of the water at you, and you have to like throw the light ball at her or use the light ability.
So I don't have like folklore on this person or this woman because she's not like a official character in a fairy tale or anything like that. But I did find a Reddit thread where people have, the picture of her and her outfit that she's wearing. Yeah. People are suspecting that she was a voluntary aid detachment nurse from World War II. One and two. Sorry. World War. They don't say which World War. One of the World Wars.
The Great War.
Yeah, but I'm not going to try and say the Swedish name for her because I don't think I would say it right, but it translates to witch, the swamp witch.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
I just thought that was interesting, and people also thought it was interesting that she was wearing that outfit. I'll post the link in our show notes, but you can see.
Yeah.
That's definitely,
Yeah.
It's very weird.
Very old nurse's uniform.
Yeah. So
you go a little bit further. You see a woman hanging. I'm a little bit confused. Is it the same woman as a different woman? I don't know. But beyond that is a little like pond kind of with the drowned baby in the pond. Which was so absurd. I don't think I laughed out loud at this part, but I did think it was funny that, of course, Ole picks up the dead baby and cradles it. And this was like over the top for me.
Yeah.
I was very sad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he buries it. He gives it a proper burial.
It. That was pretty sad.
I guess I was just like, the emotional connection was like way stronger in the game than I felt like by a long ways.
Maybe this is just how your brain got you through the game. Just
probably after all of these horror games we've played, I'm fine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're cured.
Yeah.
No, nothing affects you anymore. We're all just numb.
I'm just
come on,
like,
enough.
But really though, like as an 8-year-old, you're going to pick up a dead baby.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. No, and it was awful. Also,
and you are a baby. You're boss baby.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't realize that you were supposed to be using your light to find the path to walk through the swamp. And so literally the amount of times I just walked into the water and I was like, I'm stuck. Like I'm stuck somewhere that I'm not supposed to be. Like this is so bad. I almost started the like chapter over.
Oh crap.
But then I took the light out. I was like, you idiot.
Yeah, like from this point in the game on, you use the light all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. You start noticing a lot more brambles start coming into the pathways and stuff, and you have to use the light to shed that away.
Good call. That really picks up here too.
Yeah. And then you get to the village. There we go.
And all the hanging.
But you're walking in. It's like Salem witch trials.
Sorry,
almost.
there's another boss fight before the village.
Who?
It's the green woman. The partial nudity woman.
I don't remember her.
She has all the...
With the open back?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't realize that was before you got into the.
It is. It's really weird
Wow.
because you get a bunch of lore about her later after
You
you fight
do,
her.
yes.
But you kind of like, okay, I buried the dead baby. You walk like 10 feet.
You're right.
And then,
Wow.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've got a little bit of lore on her. This is.
No, sorry. Is this when you go to the librarian first and then you fight her? Excuse me.
I have no idea. I truly have no idea.
It's
I'm
because
telling
this
you,
is so disjointed.
It's so
Yeah.
hard.
And
to
you can't
remember
put it
the
in order. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? It doesn't matter.
I'm pretty sure you do. I don't know.
You want to go to the library?
Let's go to the library.
Let's go
Let's
to
go
the
to the
library. So let me find the lore on the librarian.
Sorry. I'm pretty sure it's library, then the woman thing, then the village.
If you're just joining us, this is not usually how the podcast goes.
Yes, it is.
But
No, we normally have a good idea about the story. It's just, it's like Rylan just said, it's so disjointed and segmented that it's hard to keep track of where the story's going and like.
Because it could go in any order and it would work the same way.
It would, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could put the middle in the beginning and flip them around. It would be fine.
Yeah, totally. No. Because then you go to the village and you do all the shit there. And then you go across the bridge to the tower. You go up the solar eclipse. You fight the boss on your way to the mountain. And then you're in the mountain. So this is when you go to the library and then you fight the green woman.
Yeah, well, I had lore on the librarian guy, but it's all in Swedish and I can't translate it on my phone.
Do your best. Just read it.
So I'll do my best to remember. But it basically, I can't remember. I have no.
That's fine.
I don't know how to translate on.
They
the
were cool,
phone.
though.
Oh, here we go.
Technology.
Translate.
Put that sucker
Translate.
into an AI. Translate this sunbee to English. Come on, Gemini, Chat GPT, Copilot.
From what I remember, he actually was like in most stories evil. Like he would lead you astray.
Oh.
But in this game, he really is like the one thing that's not trying to kill you.
Yeah.
And this is where you think back to Tuva and you're like, okay, Tuva said follow the light, so I have to follow the light.
Because he's got a lantern.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you follow him and he kind of brings you into this like kind of library area.
It's kind of nice.
And
Yeah.
this is when we start getting, we maybe got a tidbit before this, but we start getting the lore of where the Bramble came from.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so there was I'm just going to burn through the whole thing. I
Do
think
it.
we
Yeah,
get
go
it
for it.
slowly. But there was a king and a queen, and they had a son. But when the son was born, the queen died of during childbirth, and so then it was just the king and his son. And then the son ends up getting super sick, and the only way that he can cure this sickness is he's trying to find this flower, and he goes on a straight up like rampage. Like he's pillaging through villages and like killing people and trying to find this flower. And he finally meets this witch that has it, and she's like, just give one petal. Because the whole if
All of it will kill you.
It will kill him. So he gives his son the one petal. The son is healed, he's all better, but because the king killed so many people and like caused such a ruckus, I guess that's a very tame term
Chaos,
for it.
yeah.
Immediately in the middle of the night, someone murders the prince, even after he's been healed. And so
Savage.
then, and then the king, out of rage, takes the entire blossom and he uses that and like harnesses death. And so that's where all the bramble comes from. That's the flowers that we're seeing on the bramble kind of represent that flower. And the witch comes to the town to see how the boy is, but in the distance she sees the king. He's like giant. And to punish him and to also like keep him in one space, she takes this, like she basically molds earth and creates this mountain and traps him in there.
It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. And so that is the entire story of this whole bramble nonsense.
Yeah. Interesting.
The big lore dump.
Yeah, big lore dump. But yeah, you see some of the images. There's like paintings leaning up against the wall, and if you look really close, there are paintings from this book by John Bauer. And so I'll put some of the images that I have in this book, I'll put them in the Instagram so you can see what they look like up close.
Oh, that's so cool.
But yeah, and then you battle. I can't say her name.
Starts with an S.
Yeah.
Oh, the green open back lady.
Green lady.
Green lady.
The Skogsra.
Skogsra.
Yes, I hope that's how you say it. Again, I'm just doing my best today. I'm at like 80%, I would say. But this is just like a lady of the forest. And she would lure men into the forest. And I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. Honestly, the way they represent her in this game is very accurate to the way that she's represented in Swedish folklore.
Okay.
She has that like hole in her back. She has,
So you can see her heart beating.
Yeah.
Creepy.
And she lures men into the forest. And in the book that you read, she's lured these men and she's like tacked them up on the trees.
Yeah.
After
She's like using their power or something.
yeah, she's using their essence to like give her power. And I guess I don't really have much to add because most of the folklore is that.
Yeah.
But this part, I don't know, how many times did you stab her when you killed her?
Oh my God. I stabbed her so many times.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Did you get this far?
No, I did not
Okay.
get this far.
Okay.
Let me show you. Oh, you've seen it.
Yeah.
I took
Yeah.
a video while I was stabbing her in the face because it was so funny.
Oh, yeah.
Because the mechanics of this is previously in the game, a button icon will show up and you have to click that button.
Yeah.
Or you'll die or something bad will happen. Well, this X keeps popping up and you have to stab her. But she's like dead.
You stabbed her in the face.
Yeah, you are, and the button just keeps popping up, so you keep stabbing. It keeps stabbing. It keeps stabbing
For so long. You can do it forever, I'm sure.
And that's
Yeah.
what I realized. I was like, oh my God, I need to not push this button.
Yeah.
So I stopped stabbing her, but I literally think I stabbed her for like a full minute.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because I was like, when is this going to be over? This is like pretty brutal.
Yeah.
I kind of just kept pressing until I got bored of it. Like I took my phone out, I made a video. I was like,
Yeah. It was like
pretty gratuitous. Because
Yeah.
like gore came out every time too. You like
Yeah,
stab her and like blood goes flying.
It's getting all over your
It-
face.
Yeah, Ole's getting all bloodied up. It's crazy.
Yeah, so I probably stabbed him for a full minute, and then I was like, wow, I need to chill.
See, this game was absurd.
It was absurd.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say that part, I was like, kind of like slapping my head, like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, like you became aware, like the game knew what it was doing a
But
little
I
bit.
think it was also supposed to be emotional because like, oh, like Ole lost his cool. Like, and then at the end, he's like, oh shit, like I did overkill.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
But it was funny.
Almost like a loss of innocence, I would say,
Yeah.
in that moment.
Ooh, good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah, that's how it felt to me. I was like, oh, this is the moment where a child becomes an adult because like it's just he's seen too much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he just got done burying a dead baby that
Yeah.
he never met before or anything.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, trauma.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we get to Plague Town. We're
Yep.
finally in Plague Town.
yes.
Holy crap! I've been just dying to get to Plague Town.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to hear about Pesta.
Yeah, okay, and really we can just blow through Plague Town. Basically what happens is everyone gets really sick and dies.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so there's a book
There
that
is-
you find.
Tell us about
Okay,
the book.
I was like really into this. I was like, this is cool. So like
Yeah.
there's like rumors that like there's a woman outside in the middle of the night with a rake. And if she rakes outside your door, like you'll die or you'll get really sick and you'll
Yeah.
die like
Yeah.
very soon.
Mm.
So that's kind of what has been going on here. But I guess, and then at some point the dead started coming to life and
Yeah.
attacking.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like Zombie Town.
Yeah.
and then
with
you gotta
some
run out of there.
Interesting lore. At one point you are like moving, basically at some point you like are walking on like a board across this alleyway that you like were at previously. And in the distance you can see this figure, this like dark cloaked figure back there. It was real spooky.
yeah.
But I was like, ooh, this is cool. Like that's the rake person.
Yeah.
Well, carry on.
And so the lore we have for Pesta, she is really the spirit of the plague. So
Oh.
this is someone who kind of represented the Black Death. And the story is very similar to in the game. No one knew how to stop it. she would just sweep through towns and turn the entire town into corpses. In Norwegian folklore, they gave her a face, which was an old woman in a dark cloak. But she had a broom in this story. I think she had a broom, so she was sweeping instead of raking. But then there's immediately an image right below where there's like a woman holding a rake. So I think it was just, whatever cleaning utensil she had at the time.
Yeah.
She had her Swiffer.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, and this is Norwegian folklore that I'm talking about, but it seemed very similar to
Pilgrims.
Yeah, it's all Scandinavian.
Yeah. So, but I'll just read this little section. Pesta was not merely a symbol of death. She was its harbinger, its face, and in some tellings, its agent. Always traveling alone, she carried with her 2 tools, a rake and a broom.
Oh, okay.
If she arrived in a village with the rake, some would survive, those who slipped between the teeth. But if she brought the broom, it meant no mercy.
Oh.
She would sweep the settlement clean, leaving nothing behind but silence and wind.
Dang, that's hardcore.
Yeah. And so it looks like the Black Death reached Norway in 1349. And so that's kind of where this came from.
Interesting.
She traveled by foot or boat. And we travel by boat with her. And yeah, so I just thought that was very,
you have to row her ass across the lake.
This
forever.
part was so cool, though.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah.
This was easily the best boss.
This was the highlight.
Yes.
A boss fight was absurd.
Yeah.
You gotta stop her from sneezing.
Yeah, watch out.
I could never figure that part out. So what happened? Dude, tell us what
Okay,
happens.
I'll get you to the boss fight.
Get us to the boss fight.
So you get through Zombie Town, basically, and it's kind of exciting, I guess, because a bunch of zombies are chasing you. You run across a bridge and the bridge collapses on them. And you're at this like tower out, like kind of just out in the water a little bit.
Yeah.
And you're climbing up this tower, and as you see in the background, there's like a eclipse happening. Lunar eclipse, solar eclipse. What's the difference? Do you know which one it was?
It depends on who's blocking who.
Yeah. You could say
Why
either
would
and
the
probably
sun
be-
ever block the moon? That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's like if the Earth is in between, if it's the shadow, it's like the shadow of.
Well, because the lunar eclipse was the moon, right? It's the moon in front of the sun.
Yeah, it was that one, I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
Let's
I'm
just call it
actually
that.
making
Let's
shit up. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Okay, there's a difference though, isn't it?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll look it up.
Okay. It doesn't really matter either, I guess. But so that part was just cool because the eclipse is like happening. And you get to the top of the tower, and I don't know, you have this weird thing on the screen where you like, I don't know, there's like a mandala and your face is superimposed on Pesta's face.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck is happening. But you wake up at the bottom of the tower and you like get across the water and you get a boat. And then you start rowing across the water because across the water is the Bramble Mountain where the Mountain King is trapped. Go ahead, Shawn, with the update.
Okay, so a solar eclipse happens when the moon blocks the sun, casting a shadow on Earth. A lunar eclipse happens when the Earth blocks sunlight from the moon. So when we get in front of the sun and
Man,
block
I was
the
so
moon.
Okay.
close. I shouldn't have said I was kidding and I didn't know what I was talking
You
about.
were
I was
close.
pretty
You basically
close.
said that, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I knew what I was talking about.
Thanks for letting us like feel like we were on the same level as you for a moment there, and not knowing. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Very nice of you.
You're welcome.
Anyway, so you're getting the boat, you're going across, and as this is happening, because it's the eclipse, which doesn't really make sense, the lighting is like everything is like getting really bright, and then it's getting really dark where like you can't see anything.
Yeah.
And it's getting really bright again. And so it's going in probably like, I don't know, 4-second cycles or so. Just continuously dark, just pitch black, and then bright light, and then pitch black. And so you can see what you're doing just fine. But eventually as you're running across the water during the pitch black, it lights up again and Pest is on the boat with you.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
creepy. Ah.
And you're just rowing your way.
And so
Yeah.
then she covers your eyes while you're rowing, and then you
Which
enter
I'm
the
like,
boss
don't
battle.
touch me.
Yeah.
Please don't touch me.
Yeah. But then you're in boss mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I never quite figured out, because the first wave is pretty easy. was it 4 waves where you like
something like that.
You defeat her and then you end up back in the boat and she's kind of hunched over, but then as you row, she slowly raises back up and then she grabs your face again and then you're back in this like in her mind almost.
Yeah, you're like in a huge black space.
And in the background there's like a slit, like the black background has like a cut in it and you can see yourself. Like it's a bird's eye view of you in the boat. So it's weird. It's like an out of body experience you're having.
It's very weird.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of different, like you're having to like shoot the light at her multiple faces before she sneezes or but she's the plague, so it's like it makes sense.
Dodging rats that she spits at you.
Yeah, she'll like crash her rake down and then pull it, so you have to make sure you're
really
in between.
Quick too. You gotta be careful.
Yeah.
And my favorite, when she pops up beneath you and tries to bite
Oh my
you.
God.
Yeah.
That was so funny. Oh my God.
You're just all of a sudden on her mouth and you have to run off of it so you
Which
don't fall
was so
in.
weird. Yeah.
I think Pesta was the coolest, but that in particular, I'm like, this is the best.
Yeah.
It's just so funny.
Yeah.
She's beneath you and she looks crazy. And
She
she's like,
does.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do at that point. Like you can't shoot her or anything.
No,
like you just
you
have
just
to
gotta get off.
Yeah. So I do agree this was the best boss. And honestly the coolest folklore. Like go read more about her. I don't want to just sit here and read off of a page, but I will post the page that I was reading off of in our show notes. You can go research, do more research, learn more, email us about it, because I thought she was super cool.
Yeah.
And
I thought,
well, and she's like associated with an actual historical event that was going on, like the Black Death. So yeah,
cool.
plus the eclipse effect in the game was really cool looking with the dark and the light. It was neat.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but eventually you beat her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you make it across.
And then at that point, don't you start climbing up the mountain to get to the top? And then I remember this part because you get to the like landing that you were already at before, like in the beginning of the game. And then like this door comes down and then it's dark. And then you walk in and then you start walking into the mountains.
Yeah.
Which is like weird.
Inside the mountain now.
Yeah.
But you also have to like scare away all this bramble.
Yeah.
So much bramble.
So much. Yeah.
And
a
then
huge section of that.
The narrator's talking about all of the regrets that Olle has from this adventure. Like he regrets not being able to save the baby. He regrets not being able to save his sister. He regrets stabbing, like killing this monster.
Skogsra.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. And then you're in the mountain.
Yeah.
And then you dress up as the little prince.
Yeah, you like go to the prince's room is like one of the first places you go, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and there is a little puzzle in there, but I just thought it was funny when you put on the prince's outfit, you're just like looking at yourself.
Yeah.
You're like, I look pretty good.
You're so dapper all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not covered in blood anymore, which is nice because you did have to walk through a little like bloody river.
Blood river, yeah.
And that turns you completely red. It's like, ew.
Awful.
Yeah, but really all that's left is the giant boss battle because you
pretty much
you make it and the king is huge.
Yeah.
He's a giant.
You like climb up his huge throne and stuff to get there too.
Yeah.
This made it feel like the Shadow Colossus, this fight in particular, because there's moments where you have to like jump on him and it's like, oh yeah, this is like exactly like it. So
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you basically watch the troll come in, feed your sister to the king.
Straight up eats her.
Yeah. I mean, she's gone. He doesn't chew. Thankfully.
Swallowed whole.
Yeah, swallowed whole. But then he also just grabs the troll and eats the troll as well.
Yeah, well, because at first he was asleep, and then the troll dropped your sister in his mouth, and then he wakes up and then eats that troll. And it's like, oh man.
Yeah.
These trolls that are like massive to you, he just picks it up in one hand and just chomps it.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah, and then you have this big boss battle against him.
Yeah. He has brambles on his shoulders, and he's like trying to hit you with his sword and like a few other things, and you're trying to shoot those brambles away. Yeah. And then eventually you shoot enough of the brambles away where his mind clears, and he recognizes that he sees you because he was like under the spell of the brambles, and he pulls out, or I guess he pushes the table back and shoves you out of the way because you're on the table that he's at and right in front of him. He shoves you out of the way, and then this giant flower opens up, and there's like a black fruit inside of it, like a bud of a flower. And that's when the narrator kind of talks about a flower, and then the king stabs it to remove the brambles away.
Yeah.
And
Like
remove the
it.
curse.
Yeah, and then you have to climb all the way up his sword, and then you have to jump and grab onto his beard.
Yeah.
And then climb up to his mouth, only to have him like kick you off again, which, looking at the height you are falling, I guess you do die, so never mind.
You do die.
I was like, I'm dead.
Well, you
die?
both die because you throw something at him as he smacks you away.
Yeah,
I
you
think.
throw the light. Well, you throw the light inside so Lillimore can use it to cut herself out of it.
Down his throat.
But
Yeah.
yeah, then you both fall down, but you fall down from like hundreds of feet,
Yes.
and he's just falling down from a normal height. And so, yeah, you both land and die. Sister comes out of like his side.
She like cuts out of him.
Yeah, like a
Crazy.
freaking G.I. Joe just cutting out of this guy. So she cuts out of him. She finds you on the ground. You're just a mess.
Yeah.
And then she gives you the light, and that brings you back to life again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was Tuva's last gift.
Yep.
So it's said that Tuva gave that light that she gave you before you left. That's what was used to bring you back to life.
Yeah.
One up Tuba.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, I mean, there's a little bit more. You end up back in the room.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
but
right.
you're the sister this time,
Yeah.
not the brother. And so you can go back through and you can kind of see like, oh, I picked up some more figurines.
Mhm.
Oh, I can look around the room a little bit. And then you find your brother at the window and he like pops out.
And I don't know if you guys saw on the bookshelf, there's different objects. There's like the wooden objects that you can collect.
Yeah. Mhm.
There's a picture of Ole and Lillimore and Shaquille O'Neal.
Shut up.
You know, Papa Shack.
Papa Shack. I forgot. A little package of his gummies. Right next to it.
Oh my god.
Papa Shack.
Papa Shack.
Shout out Papa Shack.
Oh, man.
Well, this is a sign that we've been recording too long.
It's just getting good.
Yeah. I honestly thought, I was like, this isn't halfway through the game, is it? Like, this isn't a halfway point.
Oh my
where
god,
we
now
flip.
you play as Lillimore.
Yeah.
This was also a year later. I don't know if you guys caught that, but the lines on the wall, they were up another year.
I
So
didn't catch that.
you're playing as
that,
12-year-old Lillimore for a minute.
Oh.
Well, I think this concludes the episode,
Sure.
unless you guys have anything else to say.
Nah.
We made it through. This concludes the discussion episode for Bramble the Mountain King. Please join us next week for the rating episode of Look Outside, followed by its discussion episode the week after. Please go and give the podcast a follow, rate it, review it, however you want to show us love. You can email us with any comments, questions, or constructive criticism at letmebeyourgg@gmail.com. You can also send us game requests if there's something you'd like us to review. And Look Outside is actually a listener request. So, thank you, Zephe, for emailing us.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah. Just make sure you put game request in the subject line so it's easy for us to find. You can find us on most socials as Let Me Be Your GG. We're on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and you can find our TikTok at Let Me Be Your Game Guide with no spaces. Our Patreon can be found at patreon.com/letmebeyourgg. Thank you so much for listening. We can't wait to see you next week, and thank you so much for letting me be your game guide. GG, y'all.
Bye.
Hooray.
Hooray.
Hurrah!
Huzzah.
Yeah.
Hark.
Hark!